4 months from now, Matt, Sean, Fran, Wes Miller entering his 5th season as the head coach of Cincinnati, 3rd season in the Big 12. Wes, what have you learned about this league and what it takes to win that gives you some hope going into this season?
The depth of the league. It's not just great at the top, which it is. It's great all the way through. There's unbelievable coaching. There's unbelievable players. There's a lot of older players in this league. I mean, you get guys in their 4th and 5th year that are old, tough, talented, and smart. And then this year we're going to have so many great young players as a part of that. It's awesome, though. Like there's challenges every single night, but it's an awesome opportunity every night. I think more than anything, after 2 years, there's just a better perspective of how to prepare for it. And I think that's what we've been excited as we tack our preseason at Cincinnati.
I just happened to be in Cincinnati last week for 2 days and spent time with this gentleman and was very impressed with the team. Depth. You lost a player in Jalen Haynes, but you have so much depth this year. How will that impact how you play?
Trying to play with unbelievable pace. We've always wanted to try to push the pace as a program. This should be the fastest we've ever played. I mean, we've done that throughout our summer and our preseason. And some of it's depth, some of it is our personnel. You don't bring Kirk Creesa to your team if you don't want to play fast. I mean, he wants to play fast every possession, but he also makes people want to play fast with him because he advances the ball so well. So I think pace will be big. We're going to try to be very connected on both sides of the floor, and it's intentional.
Right.
Like, we're not just saying be a connected group. We're trying to be intentional about it from day one. And then there's an aggressive, we're at Cincinnati. There's an aggressive approach to our community when it comes to sports. We're going to be an aggressive team. So whether that's being aggressive offensively, being aggressive on the offensive glass, making sure we do some things to make our defense more aggressive. And I think we have the versatility defensively to do that as well.
You talk about pace. At times last year, your offense got stuck. How is this year's roster difference? Just besides pace, what do the pieces look like that make you believe that when the game does get slowed down or gets tightened up in conference play, your guys are going to execute in those moments?
We had our first exhibition, and it's just an exhibition. And you guys know this stuff doesn't count in October. But we scored 100. I don't know if we could have scored 100 against anybody last year. So I think we have much more skill across the board. I think we have more decision-making just with some of the pieces that were added. So I think we can generate offense in different ways. We can play through the post with Mustafa Cham. I mean, he can score down there, and that's been exciting because he's evolving as this young player. But you can throw it to him, and he can do things over both shoulders. Jalen Haynes was a guy we were going to do that with a lot. But we can score in the front court, Baba Miller through the post. We can generate through pick and roll or through space. We can generate with cutting, and then we have a lot more shooting as well. And, listen, I want to get easy ones early in the clock, and we're going to really try to push the pace. I think that's where we can be different in all those areas.
And then you got a good returner in Dede Thomas, returning with some Big 12 experience, 50 games that he's played there with Cincinnati, gets the extra year with the JUCO grandfathered in clause. What does he bring back, and how important is it to have him?
And Fran knows this, but every question about Dede Thomas makes me smile and makes me appreciate the question. What he means, like somebody said, you don't have many returners. We have 3. But Dede's worth 3 himself. I mean, he's been in our program now for 2 years. He's played 2 years in the Big 12. He represents everything that we value in Cincinnati basketball. And he's learned now how to lead and project those things onto his teammates. So he is so important to us. I will say this as a player, he's playing his best basketball of his college career. He's healthy again, so I'm really excited. And then Fran knows this. In our league, you're just going to have possessions that get stalled.
Yep.
And we don't want to have as many as we had a year ago. But sometimes the chips are down, and you have to have guys that can go make a play without an advantage. Dede can do that, and he's doing it better now than he ever has. And then we have a young player in Sean Abayev that can do that as well. So we have a couple guys for the first time that the chips will be down, and it's going to be fun to watch them go create offense when offense isn't there.
Sean had 15, I think, in the first half against Michigan. What did you see from him, both good and bad, that you're excited about, and then you're looking for improvement as he becomes more experienced?
I saw a confidence. He has a, and I want to say this first, the most impressive thing about Sean Abayev to date is the way he's walked through the door. humble, head down. He's challenged our locker room to be the hardest worker on the team as an incoming freshman. And he's earned the respect of his teammates. Keyshawn Tillery, our other freshman, fit into that same category as well. I've been so impressed with the way they've walked in the door as highly touted recruits. They've earned the other players' respect. But in the game, you see the shot making. You see his confidence in the moment's not too big, even this early. But the little things have to get better, Fran. Yeah. The stuff he can control, how hard he runs the floor, the way that he defends, which, by the way, is improving all these things at a rapid rate. But I think he'll have some really good moments here early. Wait till January and February if he keeps his approach the same way. I think he could be very good.
Yeah. It looks like a better days to come in Cincinnati, and best of luck to you this season.
The quarterstaff game is tight. Coach looking good today.
Starting well.
It is media day.
Hey, I want to be better at a lot more than dressing. I don't really care about that, but I'll take anything from Sean. So I appreciate it.
You can always get a sport coat from Matt and I.
They shop at the same store, evidently.
I miss the suits on the sideline, so who knows?
Yeah. Maybe you'll bring it back.
Maybe.
Probably not.
That's not fair to the assistants going to the dry cleaners every week.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
That's it. Wes, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Again, trying to get to the NCAA tournament for the first time in his tenure at Cincinnati. Day Thomas could play a big role in doing that in his final year, Chancellor.
Yes, he will. Listening to your coach talk about you, I almost shed a tear. Obviously, you guys have a close relationship. How would you describe how close you two are?
Me and Coach Miller, we real close, man. You know, he makes sure I'm good on and off the court. Our off the court relationship really what got me here, just him checking in, make sure I'm good off the court, and make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
You were under-recruited coming out of high school, and now you're regarded as one of the best guards in the country. How much do you appreciate the journey that it's been?
It's a blessing, you know, the work ethic I put in throughout my whole life to get here, you know. I'm finally reaching my goal, my dream, so I'm just taking it day by day, staying in the gym locked in.
Real quick, what are some of the goals and dreams the Cincinnati Bearcats team has for this year?
To cut some nets, trying to cut some nets, you know, make a run in the Big 12 conference tournament and get to the NCAA, make a run.
Absolutely, and maybe they can cut some nets here in Kansas City come March. We will be right back